Yeah, big welcome to this month reading. Gemini. The sun is in Leo, and Leo is passion. Leo is the sun, and so the sun in a sign that has the planet sun is where we are facing a very strong push towards finding, right? Finding or having the enthusiasm, finding the energy to look at ourselves, because the sun is highlighting the moon. And it's the waning moon, the moon that is letting go. We're going to the new moon. And the new moon is going deep down into the subconscious, looking deep down within ourselves. What is there that I want to look at? And I haven't looked at that for a long time. Or maybe even remembering who I truly am. As you can see, the infinite 8 of the 8th card. Then if we of course calculate from January, this is the 8th month, but it's the 6th zodiac sign from March, the equal day and night, right? And so here we come to the card number, 5. This is the 5th zodiac sign, right? And here it goes to Virgo, and here we come from Cancer. So here we have the in and the exhale. We have the lion's breath. We have the sun that becomes the central, right, point of the hair. Sticking the tongue out, releasing that roar. The snake rising, right? That passion rising in our own sexuality, in our own passion, in that lust for life, right? In that power. Now this is highlighting you, right? Now this is your card. This is Gemini, which usually comes here. In between is Cancer. So the sun highlighting the moon that is waning, and of course looking deep, going back to the feet, to the subconscious, looking deep within what will open your heart, what will open you in your sexuality, in the hip openers, right? Front, right, back and left, north, south, east and west. And at the same time, the heart, reaching the arms back, because you are connected to the arms and the hands. And this is truly one of the most intense openings of your whole rib cage, the whole arms, reaching back to the feet, opening you up to the union of male and female. The red snake and the blue snake meeting in the center, the color magenta, also the heart, a light pink, right? The path to here Taurus, and here again Cancer. And of course here the tree of life, highlighting here the male and the female standing underneath respectively. On the right side the male, right? On the right side the male, on the left side the female. And again of course the sword of truth coming down into the tip of the heart, into the tip, and of course the growing of the snake up into the rose that's in the center, into opening yourself up like the flower, right? So this is, right, what Leo is highlighting. So there is a passion in consciousness, in awareness, a passion that is wanting to come to you, strong, powerful, and clear. It is here. There is no escape. There's no escape. So when we look at the Gemini, it's a mutable sign. It can switch between fixed and cardinal. And it's the only sign, right? It's all the signs that are mutable are able to connect to Leo, or to a fixed sign, are able to connect to a fixed sign or to a cardinal sign, right? They're in between those two. They're the center. They're making either the summer or the spring or the fall or the center of the winter. And of course you, through the air contact, right, or the air, that's all the aspects of your spirit. Mercury is the messenger for you. That's your planet. And you're the third house, and the third house is all about communication. Then of course your physical body part are the arms and the hands coming out of this crossing, right? We have this crossing down and the crossing over to our arms, and here's the heart. So whatever you do with your hands, it comes always from your heart. Then we like to eat fat, right? Because it's air. So we need to become a little heavy, and we are connected to the endocrine system. So that to you, right? You are a storyteller, you are a teacher, you are a journalist, you are manifold, right? You can go in many directions, and you are a joker. So and of course in the court card, you are the Knight of Swords, and you're going forward here in Hermann Handel. You are Osiris. So I did already pick one oracle card and 6 tarot cards. Nevertheless, I want one mystical shaman card. There she is, flying out, wanting to come and speak to you. The number 4. And the number 4 is in the tarot, the Emperor. And the Emperor is someone that knows how to lead. But 4 in general is stability, right? When we have 4 points in a chair, we sit very stable. We have 4 points in a house. 4 is a very masculine number. And the flower, again, that we see here is literally speaking to really open yourself up completely to the same way a flower would do, right? They don't think, oh, maybe I'm not showing myself fully. The flower feels the rays of the sun and opens up, and I think this is what you are feeling. You are completely opening, right? Because this is pigeon pose, king pigeon pose. And it's funny because you are a knight, you are a searcher for the truth, you are here with the sword, you are searching, and you are growing up to become rather a king, right? So here you are, this flower, the King of Kings, in a way, the Emperor, right? Here, this flower, you opening up the king pigeon. And you know how this position feels when you have at least tried it, right? So I can see that you are on the way of opening yourself completely, because then comes here self-consciousness. And there's also a flower behind her, but there's also drops, and she collects all the drops in this leaf. And it's almost, she's saying, I am opening up myself completely to release anything that has given me a difficult time. And the interesting thing, I have here the number 13, and that's the number 4 again when we count it together. The 13 is a magical number. The 13 was called a negative number in the United States because it is that one number, the 12 zodiac signs, and the sun is the number 13. Jesus in the Last Supper is the 13th person. So the number 13 is very powerful, and of course people have made out of the number 13 a negative. Of course, why negative? Because negative is the feminine. So we need to heal the feminine, right? And of course the feminine is crying while we open, like these flowers that I have put here, we open and we release finally the tears of all those last ages that were quite masculine, and the patriarch was literally giving the matriarch not its respective place. And now we women want to come and heal that, but we don't heal it in a way by suppressing the patriarch. No, we include the patriarch because we know if we now do the same way the patriarch was suppressing the matriarch, then that will come back to us. That's what I see, because you have immediately a new beginning, the Fool, this zero coming to you, because you begin a new path, even though you don't know where it leads, even though there might be some danger, right? The crocodile is that energy that is speaking to us and letting us know, here you are learning to trust this path that you are taking, a fresh new path, a zero, a fool, being a fool, not knowing anything, right? And of course saying, here comes the fool, the joker, right? That's what you are. And you just go down the rabbit hole. Because you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to understand this world, you want to make this flower grow, you want to open the books and learn more about everything there is about opening and beginning fresh, because you will see, your reading is crazy, the Empress is coming next. So we have zero, we have the page, a person that is wanting to learn, wanting to grow, and you go right away to the High Priestess and literally coming out behind the curtain and stepping out into the world and allowing yourself to be empowered in this Fool, the Page. This is a sexual energy, this is fire, right? Into then water, the High Priestess. Now, this is fire as well, right? Leo is bringing the fire, letting you be warm, right? Because you are the swords, you are thoughts, you think, yeah, and you are sometimes forget because you think too much, right? You forget that, hey, we have to come here and also be part of the elements of earth, and fire and water, right? All 4 elements are needed. And so the 5th element appears. And this is the 5th element, is the spiritual world, which is 2 major arcana are right away beginning to show you the path that you are taking, a deep path of very high spiritual learning. Then comes the 3 of Cups, a celebrating with friends, right? The 3 of Cups is Mercury in Cancer, and of course Mercury is your planet, and here you are celebrating, enjoying, and really understanding the emotional impact that you can bring to others when you are beginning new, when you are taking care of yourself and you say, I just go for it, right? And then underneath the Ace comes the 3, another 3 of water, 3 of Pentacles, 2 times the feminine coming up, rebuilding, restructuring something, wanting to have that sexual energy to grow, to open that flower, to actually release also all the tears by now celebrating over it, right? And then here you are building a whole new system. You are rebuilding with nature, not against nature anymore, right? We work with nature because that's really coming up to us. We have no other choice than working with nature. Otherwise, nature will literally just, give us the cutoff, right? And then the High Priestess meets the Magician, and you are up. You are up in the air. You are connected with those clouds. You are now finding a place of, here I am, with clouds or without clouds, right? It doesn't matter. But you have underneath the one supporting the 2. The oneness is helping you to understand the 2. The 2 goes into 3. The 3 goes into 4. And so forth, right? Multiplication, right? So you have the 0, the 1, and the 3. You have a triptych. You have a beginning of a journey, of an important spiritual soul journey. You stepping in there, you saying, I'm doing it, because you have also the 3-3, and you have the 4-4. 3-3 and 4-4, right? These are numbers that we don't count together anymore, right? We don't do that. When there's a double, a triple, a quadruple of the same number, it's a message from your soul. And I want you to look down in the description box. I have there listed all the all the numbers, right? So here you are, 3 major arcanas, and then of course 2 cards that say what's going on, and of course then 1 court card, which is a young generation. You're here to bring to the young generation something new, right? Something exciting. You are highly spiritual, right? You are beginning, you are opening, and you are receiving. You are being intuitive, right? You are being intuitive with yourself. You are being here, leading you to a new path of success, right? Magical success, a success where you're emotionally and where you also financially secure, right? Because you have all the 4 elements and you are up in the 5th element, right? The Magician is in the 5th element. And who is up in the air? You. You are up in the air as well, right? Because Mercury is also, I'm just checking that I'm right. Just checking where's Mercury. Gemini and the Virgo, Mercury, right? That's also the magician, exactly. So the Mercury, planet Mercury, is connected to you, but also to the magician. And so you are getting that push. You are getting that push to say now, manifest, right? You started from 1 to 2, from 0 to 2, and here comes the 1. And where does the 1 lead you? Wow, to the Queen of Cups, to the healer of healers. She is the Cancer, right? She is the card that comes after you. She is the healer of all healers. So she even has the only masculine animal that's giving birth to the babies, which is the seahorse. So she even holds the seahorse in her lap, and she heals the patriarch. You are healing the patriarch, right? You are bringing the patriarch to a new level so that he apologizes to the matriarch, so the matriarch doesn't even have to be the one healing you. Heal yourself, right? A healer heals himself as much as he can, but when he cannot heal himself, he needs to find a healer himself. So here you are showing the way. You are healing yourself. You are working with yourself constantly. And I can see that you are really clearly evolving to a very beautiful energy. You are spiritually, right, connected. You are wanting to open yourself up, because all this water is what the High Priestess is understanding, right? Her dress, her skirt is becoming the water. And here as well, the tears from this flower is pouring in her leaf, and out of this leaf is pouring out all these tears, right? Things that have happened to the women. And then, of course, it becomes the ocean, and we can sail, right? We can sail out into the world. And of course, you like to fly, and you are flying, right? But again, we have here the opening, right? Water, water, water. So the water element, which is, of course, here, the water element is coming down, but at the same time the water is going up, right? The triangle is pointing down, but the snake is rising up. It's like saying, yes, the clouds or the lakes, the water goes up, and then of course it's connecting here with the heat, with the air, and then it comes back down again. The fire, the sun is coming down, right? And then it's again going back up. So there is this connection, right? So now, of course, when I lifted the healer of healers, I saw the sun, the success. I saw that the Leo energy is creating that in you. The Leo is highlighting you in these 2 days where the moon is in your sign and is really clearly starting something magical, because interesting enough, in the German reading came up an Aquarius, right? A samurai, and in the samurai there was also a bird, but the bird was covering the right eye, so the analytical eye, and I was seeing that the Knight of Swords is maturing into the King of Swords, into a masculine energy that is now taking responsibility. And I feel you taking a responsibility as well, but more in an instinctive, in a natural level, because we have the High Priestess. Because we also have the Fool. Now the Fool has no sexual connotation. The Fool is not masculine and is not feminine. The Fool is the Fool, right? So here you are, opening up this flower completely transforming your life and allowing these tears, allowing them to fall down and to go back up again. The combination between water and fire is what's in your card, the combination of water and fire, bringing you to open yourself up in your sexuality, in your heart, through Leo, through the passion, right? Through that opening up, right? When we stick the tongue out, I mean, it's so powerful, right? And you are doing it. That's it. You are doing it. You are liberating yourself, and you are evolving further from the night to become empowered, to become strong, right? To become a magician, to become a high priestess. And of course, if you're female or male, it doesn't matter, to become a healer of healers. Amazing. Amazing. Powerful, successful combination of heat, of water, of elements, of building something, of all the elements are here, right? You are literally on a path of really finding your expression, right? You finding your expression. Wow. Powerful, powerful, powerful. So, I hope I see you in the next reading. The next reading, then the sun. The sun is here, right? The sun. And it's happening in this month, all of this. The sun in the next reading is in the Hermit, is in Virgo. And Virgo is that inner alchemical connection, right? That inner finding of a sexual connection, right? Because also, when we look at the lovers, right, you are the ecstasy, right? You are ecstasy. You find ecstasy within, and you really do find a strong ecstasy within yourself. Wow. Well, then I hope I see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.